Hey, what's up guys? This is Kevin the Tech Ninja, and about a month and a couple days ago, I did a unboxing and first impressions of the HomeMate security system. And I told you guys I'll do a full review after I had a chance to actually use it. So I used it over a month. I've had it fully integrated into my house, and it's something that I started to use every single day with monitoring and setting my locks and all that stuff. So guys, here is my full review of the HomeMate security system.
Tech Ninja gonna break the mold. Brand state control. Scopes broad and the case is closed. Real talk with a hellified brand. Every word is unfiltered. Genuine dread.
This is the HomeMate security system. It's a out-of-the-box, off-the-shelf, home modular security system. It protects your home and protects your information using bank-level authentication. This video is going to be a review only. If you want more information about the hardware, then check out my previous video, linked up top and linked down below. That video discussed the setup process, the overview of the hardware provided. Now, I did talk about the setup for the HomeMate security system, and I think I need to mention it here too. First, you buy your starter kit, which usually consists of the shuttle, which is a router that connects to your system, and that provides your authentication and also communication from your hardware back to your home system. Now, I went with the home security kit, and this consists of the shuttle, 2 window or door sensor, HD camera, motion sensor, and a remote to arm and disarm. I did add the twist camera, which is a motorized camera, and I also added some activity sensor monitors too, and I'll talk about those in this video. You also have additional modules that you can buy on Amazon, Best Buy, or even from their store linked down below. So firstly, to use the security system, it's 100% free once you have the hardware, versus the other security systems that actually requires an installation fee and requires a yearly contract. Now, the free version does have limited functionality, and then if you actually upgrade to a premium service, what that gives you is added benefits on top of that. Now, the paid subscription gives you advanced self-monitoring like multi-location, multiple devices, and also some other key features. You can get more information down below or pause the video and read the screen. Now, if you want to go with the free plan, you can do that. I actually started using that for a little bit, and I felt the need to upgrade. Now, one thing that I found pretty useful is that it has the dual layer authentication, meaning not anyone who has your credentials to log in can just log in and start looking at your cameras. What it does, it actually sends you an email, and that email is required to actually set up a new device, which is very helpful to keep you secure. Once you get into the app, what I found that's super useful is that you can set up emergency contacts, and you can also set up crisis contacts. And what's really cool about that is when an action happens and you're actually viewing it, from there you can call your crisis center or you can call an emergency contact. Now, there's something really nice about the system is that everything works together. So it's not just a bunch of smart stuff hanging around your house, but this smart stuff actually combines and works together. So for example, if my alarm is tripped using either my motion sensors or my door or window sensors, what happens is the cameras actually take pictures of the event, emails those to me, and also they both start recording to the SD card. And what's really cool about that is that if something was happening in my house, let's say a burglar was there, all of my cameras would be recording. So if they ran throughout the house, all my cameras would pick them up. And also I can pop in live and view this activity. And when I'm in here, I can then use my contacts. I can call one of my crisis centers, or I can sound the alarm. If the alarm is not sounding for whatever reason, I can record the event and then send the event using the share menu on Android or iOS. Or I can also actually hit the microphone and start yelling through the actual system, which is pretty cool. Now, what actually creates this audio, whether it's the alarm or whether it's my voice, and that's the shuttle. It has a built-in speaker that gets really loud. So if the alarm goes off, it can be heard throughout my whole house. Now, when you go into the application, it's laid out like Windows tiles. It's very simplistic, and these little tiles correspond with your home. So if I tap on camera, it goes to camera, and also from here, I can then see all of my events. Also, if I had a temperature monitor, I can select it from here, and if I can go into the automation tab and I can see my smart plugs and also any other HomeMate smart items. Now, I'll do a review on all the modules they have to offer because they have tons of modules. They have garage openers and all this stuff that I'll get a chance to go hands-on with a lot of them and review those. So be looking out for that video. Go ahead and hit subscribe and make sure you're up to date when that video does come out. Setting up our alarm, we have 3 different modes. We have armed, unarmed, and stay mode. Armed and unarmed is pretty self-explanatory, but stay mode lets you protect yourself while you're in your house. So for example, you can have the door or window sensor to be activated, but everything else is turned off. What makes this feature really nice is that I set it up to stay mode when I'm going to sleep, and just my door is actually activated. Meaning if I wake up in the middle of the night and I want to open a window because it's too cold or it's too hot, or if I want to walk around the kitchen and have a sandwich, my motion detection wouldn't go off or my window sensor wouldn't go off, but my door sensor would go off if someone actually opened the door. While the alarm is going off, besides it just chiming off in your house, you do get the email pictures and you do get the videos, but when you're on your phone, it actually is a pop-up message on your phone which you can go live right to what's happening in a matter of seconds, and then you can contact those people. So the interaction when something is happening is key because, you know, when an event happens, and God forbid an event doesn't happen, but you need to, you know, time is of the essence. You need to have everything working for you at the same time, and that's kind of why I like this smart home system, because it is smart. It works for you, and then you can go in there and make decisive actions as soon as possible. It also does work with if this, then that. Now, if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I'm really big on if this, then that. If this and that essentially is a triggered based system where you can set rules depending on your applications or depending on your hardware. So I can say something, if my homemade security system gets triggered, then flash my hue lights in my house. And I have a lot of commands like that, and that's probably the one that I think is the coolest, because when my alarm goes off, all of my lights in my house start flashing, which it may not do anything, but it's just a lot going on, which hopefully a neighbor would notice or something like that. Homemade also mentioned that in a future update within the next month of this video, that it will have native control with Amazon Echo, Philips Hue, and also the Nest thermostat. So it's really good to see a home security company really partnering up with some of the main players in home automation. Now, another profile that I have that's set up is actually good night, and at midnight what happens is all of my lights turn off. I do have a couple strips that turn on, kind of like track lighting, but my homemade security system, what it does, it goes to stay mode, so only my door is then triggered for an alarm. Once again, if I wake up, want a sandwich or what have you, I don't want my alarm going off. So it's just another way that homemade sort of integrates into what I'm doing. It's not me setting up my whole life around homemade, is that homemade actually plugs into my life because I'm using if this, then that. Now, if you don't want to use if this, then that, or that's not your thing, you can actually go into the app and adjust some simplistic schedules to set when it goes to away or home or anything like that too, so don't worry. As I showed in the first video, adding some hardware is very easy. If you know how to take a picture with your phone, you can add hardware. You just scan the QR code and it's pretty much on your system. So overall, guys, what I'm trying to say is that homemade security system may not be perfect. You know, in my opinion, I'm not a fan of the way the layout of the applications is, but you know what? For what it does and the value it provides for my house, and you know, God forbid I actually needs to really utilize it, but if I do, I'm confident that it will save the video. I'm confident I can then contact the right people if something for whatever reason did happen in my house. Anyways, guys, this was 30+ days with the homemade security system, my first smart home security system, and I am going to get a couple more modules too. We're going to review all the modules, and I'm going to talk about each one specifically in a later date. Anyways, guys, I'm Kevin the Tech Ninja. If you liked the video, hit thumbs up, hit subscribe, share the video with someone who may be interested in a home security system that is smart and integrates with everything you have. Anyways, guys, Kevin the Tech Ninja, have a great day, and I'll talk to you folks later. Peace.